Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Police pursuing leads after shooting of bus conductor on Halfway Tree. Police are pursuing leads to find the perpetrators who escaped after shooting a bus conductor Wednesday afternoon on Halfway Tree Road. Reports are that the conductor was traveling in a bus and on reaching the vicinity of the National Baking Company, a Toyota Probox car with occupants aboard approached the bus. The occupants opened fire, injuring the 26-year-old conductor. It is reported that the police who arrived quickly on the scene chased the driver of the motor car through several communities in Maxfield Avenue area, where the driver was forced to stop on Ransford Avenue, where he escaped. The police said they have seized the vehicle and are conducting forensics examinations as they pursue leads into the case. No motive has yet been established for the shooting. Manchester farmer dies after being shot through house window. Police in Manchester are probing the murder of a farmer who was shot at his home in Freetown in the parish on Tuesday night. The deceased has been identified as 40-year-old Glenroy Freckleton. Superintendent Shane McCullough, head of the Manchester Police, told reporters that about 11:40 p.m., gunmen shot Freckleton through a window at his home. He was taken to hospital where he died while undergoing treatment. McCullough said the investigators are following leads into the incident. Sources say Freckleton had been targeted by predator larcenies. Michael Phillips, Member of Parliament for Manchester North Western, condemned Freckleton's killing and called for more resources for the police. Northwest Manchester, we have one police station, and that is down in my gully, but they only have one motor vehicle. We have seen an increase in robberies and predator larceny in that area, but we can't ask them, the police, to do more with what resources they have, he said. PNP suggests that government offer better compensation packages to teachers to prevent further mass migration. The opposition People's National Party PNP is recommending that the government offer better compensation packages to teachers to prevent the further mass migration of educators. The suggestion follows report that scores of teachers are leaving the island in pursuit of better employment opportunities. They have been concerned about the possible impacts of this move. Many principals say the mass migration may affect their staff complement for the new school term next month. Checks by reporters reveal that several schools are advertising vacancies for several subject areas. Speaking during a press briefing on education on August 17, junior spokesperson on education and training, Rasheen Rupert Robinson, said proper investment must be made in the country's teachers to ensure staff retention.
If we are able to find money for beautiful signs and parks and things of that nature, we must be able to move the education system and the compensation of our teachers to the forefront of our discussions and the living out of everyday life. We must be able to do that. We've been having this conversation for too long, right? As an educator, as a teacher, former teacher, and I continue to call myself an educator in many regards. I remember what I was getting when I just entered the system. I did what I could, and I know a number of teachers are doing what they can. And so the compensation of our teachers must be addressed. You would have seen the teachers, or allegedly their teachers, on social media highlighting, showing through video footage, the deplorable conditions that they were traveling in. But I'm sure the question is, why are they still going? Because they were still leaving, right? They were still pushing forward to go, move away from here, to exit the space, to go and teach. And that says a lot, that they're willing to go through and sit through those kinds of deplorable conditions, because we would have seen the footage. So we saw the area in the airport, and they were made to return. It wasn't their choice to return.
Parents and sisters of the Bolton brothers have arrived in the United States. Brothers Tavares and Tavon, who were in the United States on summer work program, had gone missing with others to the popular George Bridge, where 4 of them jumped into the bridge. The body of Tavares have been recovered, while the search for Tavon continued for over 2 days, hampered at times by bad weather. Family spokesman Reverend Roy Parkins said a small memorial was erected at the site of the tragedy.
The family arrived in Boston about 11 o'clock last night, and they were picked up and they overnighted on the mainland and was taken to the island mid-morning. So they were doing the basic protocol protocols, meeting with whomever they need to meet with. I think they gathered at a point. I saw a photo where there were flowers laid around a cross, which of course a cross is T, and vertically we had Tavan written down, and across we had Tavares. The sisters are maybe just a little bit better than the parents, but the parents are still in weeping and holding. I spoke with Ralph, and he's still distraught, in control of his faculties, but still distraught. So we continue to wish him the best and continue to give him good support. The return is not yet finalized because the family has great interest in finding the other body. So I believe they may be there a couple of days just to see how well the search would have gone today and, if possible, into tomorrow. There's a delegation there that is taking care of things on that side. So we have not liaised to see what obtained for today to charter a course for tomorrow. But the objective is to return with both bodies. That's the original objective that they're left with. Well, based on the delegation that's there and the support we have on the ground, because fortunately in this situation we have members in Boston whose roots are in Palmer's Cross. So they had made the arrangement prior to their flying. So that kind of a psychosocial support, I believe, is being administered while they are there. The outpouring continues to be great. The MP, Colonel Charles Jr., was off the island, I'm told, at the time, but he has made contact with me and hoping that as soon as the family gets back, he'll be able to meet with them and all of that.
Family of Bolton Brothers clarifies that there are 2 authorized GoFundMe accounts established to help the family. The family of the Bolton Brothers has sought to clarify that there are 2 authorized GoFundMe accounts established to help the family. A screenshot of what was described as a fake GoFundMe account has been circulated on social media. The family spokesperson, Reverend Roy Parkins, said the GoFundMe account, which is being described as fake on social media, was originally unauthorized. However, he explained that based on investigations, the family now understands that the account was not established for a malicious purpose. He said the number of authorized accounts now stands at 2.
The word going around was fake, but we have managed to resolve it. It was not fake. It was just a case where it was not authorized. So there are 2 accounts out there. One from an individual organized by an individual called Maxine Nadine, which we happen to know who those persons are. The family is affiliated with our church. The thing is, they started it as an act of goodwill, but the family was not aware. So when the reporters had asked me, I indicated that I'm not aware. And when other family members were asked, they were not aware, and hence the thought and the idea of fake came up. So we're saying not that anybody was trying to do anything then. They started in good faith, but just did not inform the family members. That one is coming out of the community where the boys were working. It's organized by one, Doug Abdel Noor. The family is now in Massachusetts. So I spoke to them earlier, and they are sufficiently comfortable with what is happening with that. So they have authorized that. So there are 2 authorized GoFundMe. I have heard that there is another. I've not seen the details, but I'm just putting it out there that these 2, one from Doug Abdel Noor and the other from Maxine Nadine, are the 2 that the family has authorized.
Ceremony held to commemorate 135th birthday of Marcus Garvey. A ceremony to commemorate the 135th anniversary of the birth of Marcus Mosiah Garvey was held at the National Heroes Park in Kingston on Wednesday morning. The event consisted of the laying of 8 for tribute by the Monument of the National Hero by Governor General Sir Patrick Allen, Opposition Leader Mark Golding, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, among others. Speaking at the tribute, Culture Minister Oliver Grange said the celebration of life of Jamaica's first national hero is a joyous occasion as the country marks its 68th year of independence. Minister Grange said the tribute is important as it marks the life of a man who fought greatly for the liberation of African people and the progression of the nation.
Today, on the occasion of the 60th anniversary of our nation's independence, we pause to salute our first national hero and outstanding son of the Jamaican soil, the Right Excellent Marcus Messiah Garvey. I'm pleased and honored to share this very special occasion. Marcus Garvey's greatness has been anchored in his lifelong determination to restore dignity and integrity to the masses of African descent people who, through fierce determination and relentless resistance and rebellion, were able to defeat the colonial forces and bring freedom to our people. It was a people who were vilified and devalued by colonial policy and practice, but whom Daddy Marcus spent his whole life celebrating so that we, their children, gave their lives, would be proud of our history and culture as true.
Meanwhile, son of the national hero, Julius Garvey, expressed that the tribute was an emotional one, as he said he remembers the important things his father fought for.
You know, this is very special because it's at the same time of the 60th anniversary of independence. And of course, my father was all about, independence. And of course, the new Jamaican coming out of slavery and coming out of colonialism. So it's a good coincidence, shall we say, in terms of the 60th anniversary of Jamaica's independence and the 135th celebration of my father's birth. So it was very special for me emotionally because I was glad to be here because I haven't been to, the last few. So the weather is good. There's a good turnout. So I'm very, very pleased with everything.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.